Welcome to Nature with Aristotle, where we delve into the fascinating world of the natural sciences. Today, we're going on an adventure to explore one of the most incredible creatures in the Arctic, the Atlantic walrus. To start, let's define what an Atlantic walrus is in everyday language. The Atlantic walrus, also known as Odobenus rosmarus, is a large carnivorous mammal that lives in the Arctic and subarctic regions. It's a member of the pinniped family, which includes seals and sea lions. But what makes the Atlantic walrus so unique? For one, its distinctive tusks, which can grow up to 3 feet long, are used for digging, fighting, and even hauling itself out of the water. The Atlantic walrus has a rich evolutionary history dating back to the Pleistocene era. It was first scientifically documented by the Swedish botanist and zoologist Carolus Linnaeus in the 18th century. Since then, our understanding of this species has evolved significantly, thanks to the contributions of many naturalists, biologists, and researchers. From a scientific perspective, the Atlantic walrus is a fascinating creature. It's classified as a marine mammal, with a thick layer of blubber to keep warm in freezing waters. Its habitat ranges from the Arctic sea ice to coastal ecosystems, where it feeds on clams, mussels, and other marine animals. But what's really interesting is how our scientific understanding of the Atlantic walrus has changed over time. For example, we used to think that they were primarily solitary animals, but recent studies have shown that they often gather in large herds, sometimes with hundreds of individuals. One of the most significant research findings about Atlantic walruses is their unique way of communicating. They use a variety of grunts, whistles, and body language to convey information and coordinate behavior. In fact, scientists have discovered that they can even recognize individual members of their herd by the unique patterns on their tusks. This level of social complexity is rare in the animal kingdom, making the Atlantic walrus a fascinating subject for study. But Atlantic walruses don't just interact with each other, they also play a crucial role in their ecosystem. They're a keystone species, meaning that they have a disproportionate impact on their environment relative to their abundance. By preying on clams and mussels, they help maintain the balance of the marine food chain, and their digging activities can even create habitat for other species, like seabirds and fish. Unfortunately, Atlantic walruses are facing numerous environmental challenges. Climate change is melting their sea ice habitats at an alarming rate, forcing them to swim longer distances to find food and shelter. This can lead to exhaustion, starvation, and increased human-walrus conflicts. In fact, the International Union for Conservation of Nature lists the Atlantic walrus as near threatened, highlighting the urgent need for conservation efforts. So what can we learn from the Atlantic walrus? For one, their story teaches us about resilience and adaptability in the face of changing environments. But it also highlights the importance of preserving biodiversity and ecological balance. By protecting the Atlantic walrus and its habitats, we're not just saving a single species, we're safeguarding the entire Arctic ecosystem. As we conclude our journey into the world of Atlantic walruses, remember that these incredible creatures are not just fascinating animals, they're also important indicators of the health of our planet. Their stories teach us about the intricate web of relationships within ecosystems and the importance of preserving the delicate balance of nature. So let's cherish and protect these amazing animals, and in doing so, preserve the beauty and wonder of the natural world. That's all for today's Nature with Aristotle. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, may your curiosity about the natural world continue to flourish.